If you're one of those people who's always late for stuff, it's not that you value your time. What it means is 5 minutes before I was supposed to leave for work, I treated myself to a sit-down wee, turned out to be a poo. That's not a crime. Before I did this, I was a teacher, and my whole family are teachers. So my parents were teachers, my grandparents were teachers, and actually my grandma, as in my mum's mum, because have you noticed, in the English language, it falls to the children of every family to come up with a differentiating system between grandparents, doesn't it? So you get grown men like me walking around going, yeah, well, when I was younger, I couldn't really pronounce the word grandma, so in my family, we just call my mum's mum gangbang. And so my gangbang was a cookery teacher, right? She was a cookery teacher, and her maiden name was Miss Piecraft. Isn't that so nice? Isn't that so nice? That would be like me being called Mr. Has a glass of wine at lunch and in the afternoon wheels out a trolley with a TV on it, makes the children watch Chicken Run hundreds and hundreds of times. You know, it's a sort of double-barreled name. Are there any teachers in? Really? Incredible. That's nice, isn't it? So actually, do you know what? We're just about in ratio, aren't we? You know, for this classroom. We wouldn't need any teaching assistants for this to go ahead. You know what I mean? Teaching assistants, by the way, is what I call my drinks cabinet. So... But the thing, I lost my job as a teacher because I kept forgetting that the days start in the morning, which was a nightmare. I know, you're supposed to remember, but I kept forgetting the days start in the morning, and so I had to have a meeting with the deputy head. And she said to me, John, you and I need to have a meeting because every time you're late for school, the message that's sending to the children, okay, the message that's sending to the children is that you value your time more than you value their time. And I said, yes. Go on. Value my time. That's not what that means, by the way, is it? If you're one of those people who's always late for stuff, it's not that you value your time. What it means is 5 minutes before I was supposed to leave for work, I treated myself to a sit-down wee, turned out to be a poo. That's not a crime. Yeah, it's not a crime. She's such a troubled woman, my deputy head. She's one of those people who compares herself constantly to Marmite. Do you know what I mean? She goes, I'm like Marmite, me. I'm like Marmite. You either love me or you hate me. And we, as a staff room and as a collective global community, kind of said, we hate you. What's your name, Angel? Pete, can I ask you an insane question? What do you think is the normal number of people that you think should hate you? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? 0. A man of no principle here. Can I see that? What do we think over here? 10. Okay, and so there is a happy medium, isn't there, actually, between those two? 10. Woman with 9 ex-boyfriends down here. I reckon there should be about... I reckon there are 2 or 3 people. I reckon if you said my name, they'd be like, I hate that guy. And they're here tonight! No, but I think if you're having to appeal to Marmite, because the number of people who hate you is approaching 50%, in an era where Trump is polling at 40, you've got to ask yourself, is it a me problem? Do you know what I mean? Value my time more than... Of course I value my time more than... I adore to be alive. I'm not going to be rushed to work. Slow and steady wins... I nearly said slow and steady wins the race there. Do we agree? That's not true, is it? No? So, wins the race is the one thing slow and steady doesn't do. Slow and steady learns Chinese. Slow and steady restores antique furniture. Slow and steady does not win running races, ever. Like, that story would be better if it was the hare and the tortoise were both given £2,000 to start a modest portfolio of investments. No, year 3 don't want to hear it, do they? Ridiculous. Value my time. Here's an interesting fact for you, right? The digital alarm clock was invented by the Nazis. Isn't that interesting? Do you think? Just because that's not true doesn't mean it's not interesting. What do you think? God, it's so nice to be here, isn't it? What the hell? I know we're early on in the evening, but what are we doing after this? Couple of glasses of wine, couple of drunk ciggies? We could do it, couldn't we? All together, so nice. So nice. I always think I'm going out for one drink. But you know how, like, you say to yourself you're going to go out for one drink, but secretly you know it's going to be a big one. And I'll tell you how you know. You know because in your head you quietly think maybe you'll go out and maybe you'll meet someone. And so before you go out for one drink, you tidy your room, don't you? Give your room a little tidy, just a little spruce up in case things get out of hand, you know? And then invariably what that means is that about 3 a.m. you come back drunk and alone and you look around and you think, well... The king has a palace, and yet no one to share it with. Sad, isn't it? And that's not when you want a meal prep. And of course, I'm back 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I'll just quickly prep a meal for tomorrow. That's what I'll do. Do a bit of bulgur wheat or something, get the pan going. Blackout drunk, you know, wake up in my clothes, 8:59 a.m. on the way to work. I do what we all do. I shove a Tesco croissant halfway up my bum, you know. And then 9:20 a.m. I arrive at school, and guess what? It's chicken run for the kids. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been so nice. I've been Jon Tothill. Thank you. God bless.